emerged from the spirits and dedications of our founding fathers. Universitas Islam Indonesia became the oldest nationally founded university in Indonesia, which aims to become an education basis with national and Islamic values. Located in the renowned student city of Yogyakarta, Universitas Islam Indonesia has proven to be a magnet for students from all over Indonesia and all across the globe. Established to train qualified Muslim scholars who excel in medical science. As of 2001, Universitas Islam Indonesia began to offer the Medical Education Study Program. With a minimum of 3.5-year undergraduate study and 2 years of clinical study, medical education students will be trained with varieties of medical skills, medical practices, and other academic activities on a problem-solving based learning system. Supported with competent lecturers and adequate supporting facilities, Universitas Islam Indonesia's Medical Education Study Program achieved Grade A accreditation, making it one of the best medical education study programs in Indonesia. The Medical Education Study Program of Universitas Islam Indonesia has produced thousands of medical graduates working in numerous fields. With remarkable Islamic knowledge, leadership, professional skills, as well as self-reliance, compassion, and action based on scientific evidence. Universitas Islam Indonesia's Medical Education Study Program's graduates are expected to serve and contribute to society as parts of the efforts in improving the health quality of Indonesia. As a means of self-improvement, our students are also encouraged to develop their passions and talents, as well as their social skills in extracurricular activities, including art and sports. With the spirit of being the blessing of the whole world and its content, or Rahmatan lil Alamin, Universitas Islam Indonesia is determined to educate future Muslim doctors to serve the society, the nation, and the country. Let's help the progress of Indonesia's healthcare. Be the 5-star doctor with us.
Welcome to Rifaa International University. Our proud university is the hub of academic excellence. We are situated across Pakistan and UAE. So why should you choose Rifaa International University to pursue your goals of education? We have the honor of being ranked second by the HEC in the private sector universities in the general category. We are chartered by the Federal Government of Pakistan and recognized by Higher Education Commission, Pakistan Medical and Dental Council, College of Physicians and Surgeons Pakistan, and Pakistan Veterinary Medical Council. We are accredited by Pharmacy Council of Pakistan, Pakistan Engineering Council, National Business Education Accreditation Council, and the Washington Accord, Outcome-Based Education. We have been awarded 99% score in QEC rating by HEC. We are Pakistan's ISO 9001-2015 certified university. We have developed Pakistan's first digital research portal. We offer over 100 degree programs at undergraduate, graduate, postgraduate, and doctoral levels. We have more than 1,000 faculty members, including more than 160 PhD faculty members. With a culture of research in our very DNA, we have had more than 1,000 research publications in the last 5 years. RIFA has collaborations with more than 100 universities and research institutes in more than 50 countries. Through the RIFA Aspired Students model, we transform students into leaders driven by Islamic ethics and values. According to student satisfaction survey scores, 80% of our students are satisfied with their experience at RIFA. 88% of the reviews on social media are positive. This ranks RIFA among the top-rated universities of Pakistan. In the spirit of inclusion and equal participation, we award scholarships based on need and merit. Our graduates are employed in top national and multinational organizations across the globe. We are the only NC-UK-approved study center in Pakistan with guaranteed access to 16 UK-based universities. Our 4 teaching hospitals have treated more than 1 million patients. In the last 5 years, RIFA has provided free of cost career counseling to more than 50,000 college students to help them effectively choose their career paths. Choose the right university. Choose RIFA International University. For more information, visit our website.
Emerged from the spirits and dedications of our founding fathers, Universitas Islam Indonesia became the oldest nationally founded university in Indonesia, which aims to become an education basis with national and Islamic values. Located in the renowned student city of Yogyakarta, Universitas Islam Indonesia has proven to be a magnet for students from all over Indonesia and all across the globe. Established to train qualified Muslim scholars who excel in medical science. As of 2001, Universitas Islam Indonesia began to offer the Medical Education Study Program. With a minimum of 3.5-year undergraduate study and 2 years of clinical study, medical education students will be trained with varieties of medical skills, medical practices, and other academic activities on a problem-solving based learning system. Supported with competent lectures and adequate supporting facilities, Universitas Islam Indonesia's Medical Education Study Program achieved Grade A accreditation, making it one of the best medical education study programs in Indonesia. The Medical Education Study Program of Universitas Islam Indonesia has produced thousands of medical graduates working in numerous fields. With remarkable Islamic knowledge, leadership, professional skills, as well as self-reliance, compassion, and action based on scientific evidence. Universitas Islam Indonesia's Medical Education Study Program's graduates are expected to serve and contribute to society as parts of the efforts in improving the health quality of Indonesia. As a means of self-improvement, our students are also encouraged to develop their passions and talents, as well as their social skills in extracurricular activities, including art and sports. with the spirit of being the blessing of the whole world and its content, or Rahmatan lil Alamin. Universitas Islam Indonesia is determined to educate future Muslim doctors to serve the society, the nation, and the country. Let's help the progress of Indonesia's healthcare. Be the 5-star doctor with us.
Welcome to Rifah International University. Our proud university is the hub of academic excellence. We are situated across Pakistan and UAE. So why should you choose Rifah International University to pursue your goals of education? We have the honor of being ranked second by the HEC in the private sector universities in the general category. We are chartered by the Federal Government of Pakistan and recognized by Higher Education Commission, Pakistan Medical and Dental Council, College of Physicians and Surgeons Pakistan, and Pakistan Veterinary Medical Council. We are accredited by Pharmacy Council of Pakistan, Pakistan Engineering Council, National Business Education Accreditation Council, and the Washington Accord, Outcome-Based Education. We have been awarded 99% score in QEC rating by HEC. We are Pakistan's ISO 9001-2015 certified university. We have developed Pakistan's first digital research portal. We offer over 100 degree programs at undergraduate, graduate, postgraduate, and doctoral levels. We have more than 1,000 faculty members, including more than 160 PhD faculty members. With a culture of research in our very DNA, we have had more than 1,000 research publications in the last 5 years. Rifah has collaborations with more than 100 universities and research institutes in more than 50 countries. Through the Rifah Aspired Students model, we transform students into leaders driven by Islamic ethics and values. According to Student Satisfaction Survey scores, 80% of our students are satisfied with their experience at Rifah. 88% of the reviews on social media are positive. This ranks Rifah among the top-rated universities of Pakistan. In the spirit of inclusion and equal participation, we award scholarships based on need and merit. Our graduates are employed in top national and multinational organizations across the globe. We are the only NC-UK approved study center in Pakistan with guaranteed access to 16 UK-based universities. Our 4 teaching hospitals have treated more than 1 million patients. In the last 5 years, Rifah has provided free of cost career counseling to more than 50,000 college students to help them effectively choose their career paths. Choose the right university. Choose Rifah International University. For more information, visit our website.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Excellency, the keynote speaker, the Director of Learning and Students Affairs, Professor Aris Junaidi, PhD. Excellency, to the Chancellor of Rifa International University, Pakistan, Mr. Hassan Muhammad Khan. Excellency, to Chancellor of Rifa International University, Pakistan, Professor Anis Ahmad. Honorable to Vice Rector for Partners Entrepreneurship Universitas Islam Indonesia, Mr. Insinyur Wiryono Raharjo, PhD. Honorable to Chairman of Indonesian Islamic Medicine Forum, Dr. Iwang Yusuf. Respectable to Chairman Organization of International on Medical Education, 21. Honorable to Dean of Medicine Universitas Islam Indonesia. Excellency, the distinguished invited speakers, invited guests, all presenters, and participants. Sayyidatu wassad al-a'izzah, natamanna lakum masa al-khair wa marhaban bikum lil indimam ilayna fi hafli ititahil mu'tamar ad-dawli. Welcome to the National Conference on Medical Education 2001 by the team in health provision education through globalization and collaboration.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Billy and here is my partner Mila, and it is of course our pleasure to be on this event this evening. And on behalf of Universitas Islam Indonesia, we would like to give you a stand of a massive warm welcome to all of you because we appreciate you taking the business schedule of yours to join us today. Now we hope our exciting program that we have lined up for the next few days for you will be extremely remarkable and engaging. This year's event, National Conference Medical Education Indonesia, precisely in Jakarta, and in this very day, medical experts from 80 to 9 countries gather around the world to discuss program issues and everything about medical treatment to make a better world.
Ladies and gentlemen, this event is organized by the collaboration of University Pakistan, Universitas Islam Indonesia, Indonesian Islamic Medicine Forum, and Universitas Islam Bandung as co-organizer. And this event is also sponsored by PT Mykonos, Bandung Scientific Technical Indonesia, PT Jaya Medika Utama, Bank Syariah India, Sumbermas Medika, CV1 Indonesia, and the Alana Yogyakarta Convention.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, commencing today's event on a special day, let's start with citing Basmalah together. Bismillah.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And now, without further ado, we would like to listen to the recitation of Holy Quran.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والشمس وضحاها والقمر إذا تلاها والنهار إذا جلاها والليل إذا يغشاها والسماء وما بناها والأرض وما طحاها ونفس وما سواها فألهمها فجورها وتقواها قد أفلح من زكاها وقد خاب من دساها كذبت ثمود بطغواها إذ انبعث أشقاها فقال لهم رسول الله ناقة الله وسقياها فكذبوه فعقروها فدمدم عليهم ربهم بذنبهم فسواها ولا يخاف عقباها.
At this moment, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite you to rise it and sing the national anthem of Indonesia.
Ladies and gentlemen, for a brief moment, we would like to also invite you to rise and sing the national anthem of Pakistan.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. Right now, we will continue our agenda today. The first speech will be delivered by the chairperson organizing committee from Pakistan. Therefore, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Masud Anwar to deliver your speech. Please do.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Nahmadu wa nusalli ala Rasulihil Kareem. Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Hassan Mohammad Khan, Chancellor, Rifa International University, Professor Dr. Anis Ahmed, Vice Chancellor, Rifa International University, Professor Jurnalus Uddin, Director Foki Professor Iwang Yusuf, Professor Linda Rosita, dear Sister Ummatul Khoria, Chairperson, Host Organizing Committee, honorable invitees, speakers, and dear delegates from all across the globe, Assalamu alaikum and very good morning. It is my proud privilege to welcome you to the 7th International Conference of Medical Education. It is unfortunate that because of the COVID-19 pandemic, we have not been able to greet you in person in this picturesque country, Indonesia. The theme of the conference this year is Excellence in Health Professional Education through Globalization and Collaboration. I will briefly elaborate on the background. The process of reforms in medical education was initiated in North America soon after the publication of Flexner Report a little more than a century ago. The reform process had started much earlier in Europe. It was Netherlands that led the reform process by introducing competency-based medical education and other regulatory measures in 1865. Reforms spread throughout Europe and were incorporated in Bologna process for the unification of higher education across Europe in 1999. I would like just to remind you that this process of reform is not new. It is the reinvention of the educational system which was there in Islamic world before it went to the Europe. The teachers at that time always had taught competency-based education and workplace education. While a great treasure of experience and knowledge in reforming medical, or more correctly health professional education, collected in Europe and North America, but the developing countries were left alone as usual. This resulted in a dichotomy of education in developed and developing worlds, making it difficult for the graduates of the latter to compete with those of the first. It was soon realized that developing countries must also enter the process of reforms to end this disparity. For this, most essential was to benefit from the experience and experimentation by the developed countries. Rifa International University established the Rifa Academy of Research and Education in 2006 to achieve this objective. The Academy initiated a series of workshops and lectures conducted in Pakistan by world-renowned experts in medical education. International Conference of Medical Education was a brainchild of its chancellor, Mr. Hassan Muhammad Khan. The mission of ICME is to provide a credible platform for bringing together world-leading experts on medical education and educators from all over the world to prepare them to adopt recent innovations and standards in medical education so that the product from institution in their countries matches and competes with the product from similar institution in developed world. This mission is well conveyed in the theme of ICME 2021. The theme is excellence in health professional education through globalization and collaboration. The first ICME was organized in 2009 in Islamabad, Pakistan. It was a great success and its recommendations were implemented by the government of Pakistan, Pakistan Medical and Dental Council, and Higher Education Commission of Pakistan. It was then decided that ICME shall also be organized in other developing countries so that they can also benefit. Until now, ICME has been organized in United Arab Emirates, Mauritius, and Turkey. This is the 7th conference of the series being organized in Indonesia. It is unfortunate that the conference has had to be converted to a virtual conference because of the COVID-19 outbreak. But we expect that we shall be able to organize a physical conference in the same place once the conditions normalize. Once again, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much to Professor Dr. Masud Anwar for delivering the speech. Ladies and gentlemen, and now we would like to invite the chairperson organizing committee from Indonesia to deliver homage to Dr. Umatul Khairiyah, Master of Medical Education, PhD.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. The Excellency keynote speaker from Directorate General Higher Education, Prof. Aris Junaidi, the Honorable Chancellor, Ripah International University, Mr. Muhammad Hasan Khan, the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Ripah International University, Prof. Anis Ahmad, the Honorable Vice Rector for Partnership and Entrepreneurship, Universitas Islam Indonesia, Dr. Wiryono Raharjo, the Honorable Chairman of ICMA 2021, Prof. Masud Anwar, the Honorable Chairman of FOKI and Dean Faculty of Medicine, Universitas Islam Indonesia, the Honorable Speaker, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure indeed to welcome you all to the virtual International Conference on Medical Education, ICMA 2021. With the theme, Excellence in Health Profession through Globalization and Collaboration, the International Conference on Medical Education, ICMA 2021, would be a forum for sharing and exchanging ideas, knowledge around health profession education that will further achieve globalization and advancement. We wish in this conference could achieve an excellence by building a culture of educational scholarship and research, to help inculcate ethics and professionalism and medical student and professionalism, to explore and implement innovation, best practice pedagogical skill, to develop curricula on most modern educational standard and learning strategies. This conference is first ICMA using the platform. Previously, we to hold conference in our beautiful city, Yogyakarta. Because of the pandemic situation, then we changed into a virtual conference. We are aware that pandemic is not a burden for us for sharing knowledge and experience. There are around 500 participants from 9 different countries join in this conference. This conference results from the hard work, support, and dedication of some parties. I want to express my high respect for the Ripah International University to collaborate in conducting this conference. I want to express my huge thanks to all the committee to prepare and organize this conference. And last, my thanks also to all the distinguished speakers and participants for joining this conference. I'm optimistic participants will acquire skill and knowledge from this today's conference. I would encourage all participants to take active part in exciting discussion to improve the quality of health profession education. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Dr. Uma, for your speech. The next speech will be delivered by the Vice Chancellor of Rifa International University from Pakistan. Therefore, we'd like to invite Professor Dr. Anis Ahmad to come on stage.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to our 6th biannual conference on medical education. This is for the first time we are having this international conference virtually. Earlier we have been having face-to-face conferences, and from 2009 when we started our first conference, it has been our desire that we rotate our conferences. So we had our conferences originally, first one in Islamabad, then we went to Abu Dhabi, then we went to Mauritius, then we went to Turkey, Istanbul, then again we went to Abu Dhabi when we had Incorporation Ottawa conference, and then we came to Islamabad, and now we are holding it in collaboration with the Faculty of Medicine, University Islam Indonesia in Yogyakarta. Actually, the conference was going to be physical, but due to COVID-19, we have not been able to hold it physically. It's done virtually, and I hope that in this conference we will be moving forward with our original plan of these professional meetings where we offer courses, we have workshops, we have world dignitaries who come and share their ideas on medical education, and at the same time we have young researchers and scholars promoted and encouraged to come up with their papers as well as posters and presentations. We have a good number of participants globally, and Alhamdulillah, this conference has been recognized at global level by the European and other professional bodies. The idea came in 2009 when we thought that our institution for research in the university, Rifa Academy for Research and Education, should come forward with something tangible in terms of medical education. So we had first conference in 2009 in Islamabad. We wanted to have excellence in teaching methodology, in learning strategies. We wanted to have scholars come from all over the world, and in even the first conference we had reps from United States, from Australia and elsewhere. Gradually, the ICME has become a globally recognized, certified body which offers trainings and which helps in development of new knowledge and widen the vistas of knowledge. Medical and healthcare has become more important due to COVID-19. We have a global awareness about viruses, and particularly these viruses are not going to fade away easily and quickly. These are going to stay for a while, and for that our faculty members and our students must get up-to-date knowledge on not only challenges but also how to share the knowledge that we have with our coming generation. Research, development and excellence has been our objective of this conference. Secondly, we believe that with the emergence of globalization and particularly advancements in IT, the world has become a very, very closed community, a global village as has been called quite often. And in that global village, it's very important to understand how globalization can benefit us. Internationalization of education is a need for institutions, but that must be done with international standards. It should not be just for attracting students, but it should be for dissemination of knowledge, and knowledge which is not just information but which has a purpose and objective. Therefore, at RIFA we have introduced the idea of ilm an-nafi, knowledge that is beneficial. We introduced the idea that knowledge should be with an orientation of ethics and morality. Knowledge alone cannot solve our problems unless it is done with a proper ethical approach. In each conference, we try to have a panel discussion where experts from all over the world address such issues. At RIFA, we have tried ourselves to experiment all these areas in our curricula, in teaching methodology, in environment, particularly in our mentoring program. And we will be sharing those aspects in this conference with our colleagues and friends globally and learning from them. I welcome all of you, and particularly I appreciate the cooperation we got from University of Islam Indonesia, who have been our partners in this conference. I wish we were able to have it in Indonesia as planned, so all participants could see the beauty of the country. They could enjoy a different environment, but due to health concerns, we were compelled not to move to Indonesia, but to move the whole world to the screen. Alhamdulillah, we have been able to have very good representation globally from different parts of the world, and at the same time, a very good participation from Pakistan. RIFA International University has a commitment for excellence in education with ethical and moral values Islam has provided. And I am sure in the majority of countries, ethics is a concern that is coming out in this age of globalization. What we call Islamic ethics is not ethics for Muslims, but it is ethics for the whole of humanity. I have yet to find out a community in the world which says that we want to have very good professionals who know state-of-the-art technology, they should have surgery, medicine, everything. But we don't care if they tell lies. We don't care if they cheat. We don't care if they do all kind of unethical activity because they are good professionals. There cannot be such a concept accepted in a civil society. I wish in the conference participants will be able to interact and do connectivity and share knowledge which is the collective heritage of humanity. We are here to build a better humanity, and I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for success in this noble cause. May Allah bless you all, and thank you very much. Jazakallahu khair. Wa alhamdulillah rabbil alameen.
Thank you very much to Professor Anis Ahmad for delivering the speech. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my deep pleasure to introduce you the Chancellor of RIFA International University, Pakistan. Please welcome Mr. Hassan Muhammad Khan to deliver the speech.
respected and honorable Vice Chancellors, Deans, Directors, Professors, Teachers, Researchers, healthcare professionals, dear students, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, greetings from Islamabad. Ladies and gentlemen, most of you are healthcare professionals and healthcare educators. We all understand and we faced a difficult year last year. No doubt technology has made it possible for us. The virtual learning platforms have made it possible for us to carry on our work, to give education, to work together, collaborate and research together. But this challenge has posed serious questions vis-a-vis the way we design our curriculum. There are serious implications with respect to the way assessment ought to be done. Naturally, most of the health professionals' education, a substantive part of it, is also carried on clinical settings in our hospitals, in our primary care units, in our basic health units, in secondary care hospitals, and tertiary care hospitals. COVID has also impacted the design and delivery of healthcare as well. And this creates a dilemma for us how to create value and how to be effective in terms of our learning outcomes, in terms of our assessment techniques and methodology, and ensure that we are able to produce competent healthcare professionals given the challenges of COVID. So I hope during this conference you have the chance to network together, to discuss these issues, and we are able to learn from each other. I would like to, at the very outset, thank our experienced and inspirational keynote speakers. I am particularly grateful to Dr. Kees van der Wielten, who's Professor of Education, Department of Education Development and Research, Maastricht University, the Netherlands. I'm also very thankful to Professor Dr. Kevin W. Eva, Director of Education Research and Scholarship, the University of British Columbia, Canada. My thanks to Dr. Vernon R. Curran, Associate Dean of Education, Development Memorial University of Newfoundland, Canada. Dr. Chris Roberts, Professor of Medical Education, Sydney Medical School, University of Sydney, Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to International Conference on Medical Education 2021. It's great to meet all of you virtually. Originally, the conference was planned to be held in Indonesia, and we had planned for a lovely island setting for you. But unfortunately, because of COVID, we had to move this conference virtually. Inshallah, the next International Conference on Medical Education to be held in 2023 will be held in Malaysia. And hopefully by that time, we would have rid the globe of the pandemic. Our theme for this year's conference is Excellence in Health Professionals Education through Globalization and Collaboration. Indeed, it's a delight for me to welcome participants, presenters, researchers from all over the world for this conference. Although, because of the pandemic, we can't be physically present together, yet I think technology has made it possible for us to collaborate internationally, just according to the theme of the conference. I believe there was a little joke that was going around which asked a question, who was responsible for the digital transformation of your organization? A, CEO, B, Chief Information Officer, CIO, and the third choice was COVID. And the correct answer was the third one, COVID. COVID has certainly posed its challenges, but for universities and educators throughout the world, it has made it imperative for us to become quickly adapted to the challenges of not being able to work together physically, and therefore the world has moved to using information technology, virtual learning platforms. So therefore, COVID has forced us in a way, those of us who were were planning to do catch up on technology. It has accelerated the adoption of virtual learning platforms. COVID has made sure that we quickly take up the tools of technology in dissemination of education. And also, we've learned to work together, collaborate together across physical borders using technology. We have a great conference for you. And next few days, I think there's a very rich program. More than 300 presentations would be made from presenters, healthcare professionals from all over the world. So I hope it's a very enjoyable session of conference for you. I hope that you collaborate together, work together, get into conversations together. And it's a bit challenging, but I hope that we are able to make friendships together as well. I look forward to meeting you in Indonesia in 2023. I hope that I can welcome you with a cup of coffee physically in the lovely country of Indonesia. I am very grateful, and I must thank our collaborating university in Indonesia, its Faculty of Medicine, Universitas Islam Indonesia, which is based in Yogyakarta in Indonesia. I hope to welcome you and see you in 2023 in Indonesia. I hope that you stay safe, stay well, and enjoy this conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hassan Muhammad Khan, for your speech this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, for the next speech, it will be delivered by Insinyur Wiryono Raharjo, MArch, PhD, as the Vice Rector for Partnership and Entrepreneurship of Universitas Islam Indonesia. And later, followed by hitting the gong as a symbol of commencing this special event. For Mr. Wiryono, please, the floor is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable Director of Learning and Student Affairs, Professor Aris Junaidi. Honorable Chancellor of Rifah International University, Pakistan, Mr. Hassan Muhammad Khan. Honorable Vice Chancellor of Rifah International University, Pakistan, Professor Anis Ahmad. Honorable Dean of Faculty of Medicine, Universitas Islam Indonesia, Dr. Linda Rosita, Honorable Chair of the Organizing Committee of Indonesia, Dr. Umatul Khairiyah, Honorable Chair of the Organizing Committee of Pakistan, Professor Masud. Ladies and gentlemen, participants of the ICME 2021, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. First of all, let us thank God Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for His blessings that makes us healthy and have the opportunity to join this event. As has been introduced by the Master of Ceremony, my name is Wiryono Raharjo. I'm the Vice Rector for Partnership and Entrepreneurship of Universitas Islam Indonesia. I'm here to represent my Rector, Professor Fatul Wahid, who is unable to attend this event due to illness. So let us pray for his speedy recovery and health. I would like to welcome you all to Universitas Islam Indonesia, both virtually and physically. I am broadcasting here from the main campus located in the northern part of Yogyakarta. The theme of this conference, Excellence in Health Education, Globalization and Operations, is, I think, very relevant to the situations we all have been facing today, the COVID-19 pandemic. Everyone has been talking about it since a year ago, but no one knows exactly when this pandemic is over. Therefore, we need to work together to defeat our common enemy. A famous African proverb says, if you want to walk fast, walk alone. If you want to walk far, walk together. Well, we want to walk far to face this pandemic and many other issues. So collaborations will be norm for survival. Collaboration needs communications and trust, and to gain trust, we need to be transparent, sharing the necessary resources we have, and this conference is part of it. We hope this conference will be a strategic avenue to strengthen our existing partnership and to develop new one, those who have not had the chance to do so. So I hope we can learn about from the presentations to enhance not only health education for medical practitioners, but also, most importantly, health educations for general public. If more people know how to look after their health, how to behave themselves in this pandemic situation, then it will reduce the burden of doctors and paramedics in handling the patients, in handling the problems. Also help the governments to overcome the shortage of health facilities. I think that I can say to jointly open this international conference, have a fruitful discussion. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Insinyur Wiryono Raharjo, for your speech. But please remain on stage because we will be having a symbolic ceremonial by hitting the gong as the voice of commencing this event.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this session, Mr. Wiryono Raharjo, as the Vice Rector for Partnership and Entrepreneurship, will be accompanied by the Dean of Faculty of Medicine and the Chairperson Organizing Committee from Indonesia. Thus, we would like to invite Dr. Linda Rosita and Dr. Umatul Khairiyah, Master of Medical Education, PhD, please come to the stage.
I am assigned to open this conference, so by reciting Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, I officially open this conference. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much to Mr. Wiryono Raharjo, Dr. Linda Rosita, and Dr. Umatul Khairiyah, and please kindly sit it. All right, distinguished speakers, ladies and gentlemen, we are now continuing our webinar to the next agenda, that is to join keynote session by the Director of Learning and Students Affairs. So please welcome Professor Aris Junaidi, PhD. Time yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable Vice Rector, University of Islam Indonesia, Dr. Insinyur Wiryono Raharjo, Honorable Chairperson, Rising Committee of Indonesia, Dr. Ummatul Khoriyah, Honorable Chairperson, Organizing Committee of Pakistan, Prof. Masud Anwar, the Honorable Chancellor, Ripah International University of Pakistan, Mr. Hassan Muhammad Khan, and Honorable Vice Chancellor, Ripah International University of Pakistan, Prof. Anis Ahmad, the Dean, and all researchers, academicians, lecturers, and all the participants of the International Conference on Medical Education and Collaboration 2021. It is indeed a great pleasure and honor for me to be here on the opening ceremony, International Conference on Medical Education and Collaboration 2021. Please allow me to share the screen for about 10 or 15 minutes about our strategy on our new policy, our Ministry of Education and Culture. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, here I would like to present the strategic policy for excellent and health professional education. And myself, as Aris Junaidi, I'm the Director of Learning and Student Affairs, Directorate General of Higher Education, Ministry of Education and Culture. As we are aware that we are at the 21st century, we have on the challenge of civilization. We already know that we are on the society 5.0 and also Industrial Revolution 4.0. We are, during the last 1 year now, we familiar with the big data, with the artificial intelligence, of 5G, a super smart society, a cyber physical system. And now our new policy, the Ministry of Education and Culture, how to prepare our students, how to prepare our graduate to have at least 5 competencies to be ready in the challenges of the civilization. The 6th competency that we are talking is about the critical thinking, about the communication, collaboration, compassion, critical creativity, as well as computational logic. And based on the survey of the Economic Forum, actually it's not only 6 competencies, but we need 16 skills to be ready for our students with the challenges of 21st century. The first one is about the foundational literacies. How to students apply core skill to everybody task. That is a literacy, numeracy, scientific literacy, ICT literacy, financial literacy, also cultural and civic literacy. The competency itself that I mentioned earlier, that our Ministry of Education and Culture, at least if we cannot preparing or edit the 16 skill, at least be 6 competency on middle of this row. That means how students can approach the complex challenges every day. Yeah. As I mentioned earlier, we need to add the skill for our students with the critical thinking or problem solving, creativity, communication, collaboration, also the compassion, often the computational logic. This is what our ministry always talking in every event, that we need at least 6 competencies. And based on World Economic Forum, we also need the character quality to behave for our student, for our graduate, that there are curiosity, initiative, persistent, adaptability, leadership, also social and cultural awareness. We also aware that we have a lifelong learning. Learning is never ending. So why our new policy is about the freedom of learning, freedom of campus. Kampus Merdeka. Merdeka belajar, kampus merdeka. Our new policy here encouraging all the university in Indonesia, higher education in Indonesia. At least we have now 4,600 higher education institutions in Indonesia. And our new policy is encouraging all the higher education institutions to be campus sun, sehat, aman, nyaman. What does it mean? Become a campus for the comfortable campus, for the healthy campus, and also for safety campus. So that means the safety campus is no bullying, no sexual harassment. And the ministerial degree also preparing for the new policy about the sexual harassment in campus. So that means become a safety campus, healthy campus, and also comfortable campus. This can be supporting by the strong foundation, by the flexible pathway, with the curricula, pedagogy, and the learning environment must be supported to be campus, healthy campus. And the collaboration as on the theme of this international conference, excellent in health professional education through collaboration and collaboration. Collaboration is essential to achieve the excellence in health education as well as healthcare services. We also have the shifting paradigm. So that means a collaborative practice or international professional education is very important in harmonizing the health education system in Indonesia. We have the challenges from the higher education sector. So we develop the interprofessional education, and the impact doing this is become improved health outcome. We strengthen the health system, we optimize health services, health education and system, and then become the improved health outcome that what we achieve with this interprofessional education. The joint committee, we also develop joint committee between the Ministry of Education and Culture and Ministry of Health for what? The purpose of this joint committee, we always are meeting regularly for quality improvement of education, quality improvement of research, quality improvement of healthcare services. So we have the expert group, we have the stakeholder group, and then we have the national policy. The national policy here is to empower interprofessional education and collaborative practice. By this, the implementation of the collaborative value in the national policy setting. So the existing of the joint committee between Ministry of Education and Culture and Ministry of Health is very, very important, because this purpose is to improving the quality of our education and health education. And the strategic policy, we also are discussing during the last 3 years here about the academic health system. We have been doing the piloting about the academic health system between the teaching hospital, between the university community, and we also have the practice plan. The 5 prospective academic health system model in Indonesia that we already are piloting is from the Universitas Hasanuddin, Universitas Indonesia, Gajah Mada University, Airlangga, and also Pajajaran University. The outcome of the academic health system is the best health outcome with the cost effectiveness through excellent in education, excellent in research, and also excellent in healthcare services. This is our new policy between Ministry of Education and Culture and Ministry of Health to develop or setting the academic health system. And this is the last slide, the way forward. Our last slide, the Ministry of Education policy from the medical and health education. The first one, as I mentioned before and explained a little bit about the academic health system development. This is the cross-sectoral collaboration, shared mission, and also based on the local needs. The second one, the strengthening the translational research and health technology, solution for the healthcare problem in each region, because the collaboration with the local government and also stakeholder. The third one is transformational for medical education standard and curricula. Industrial Revolution 4.0, Society 5.0, and also the 21st century scale that I explained in the earlier hour slide, and also values-based interprofessional education. The last point that I would like to mentioning and by at the end and closing, that the strengthening of the quality assurance of medical education according to the national standard of medical education by the collaboration of medical faculties, teaching hospital, and also a stakeholder. So this is all that I can share with the opening, and thank you so much for the chance for me to inviting me to become a keynote speaker. Thank you so much, and good luck, and we do hope that I have the fruitful discussion for the international conference. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much to Professor Aris Junaidi, PhD, for delivering the keynote speech in this International Conference on Medical Education 2021.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's event is near of the end. But before that, I would like to present to you a traditional choreograph to symbolize our dedication to welcome the arrival of guests as a way to show hospitality and respect. It is performed in a special dance called Tari Prawira Utama, Sanggar Tari Bayu Bajra. Ladies and gentlemen, sit side and enjoy the show.
A very amazing performance, and please give your big round of applause to Sanggar Tari Bayu Bajra. All right, the Excellencies, distinguished speakers, ladies and gentlemen, we are now come to the end of the opening ceremony of International Conference on Medical Education 2021. And we are here as the Master of Ceremony. We do apologize for any shortcomings and oversight during the opening ceremony of International Conference on Medical Education 2021. Thank you very much for your participation in this opening ceremony. And syukran katsiran ala ihtimakum. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.